The Galactic Council chambers had never known such silence. For 3,000 years, the crystalline halls of Station Apex had echoed with the confident declarations of elder species, the Creventhi with their 16 eyes, the gaseous Velnari who spoke in symphonies, the ancient Kotar whose civilization had mastered faster-than-light travel before Earth's sun had finished forming. Today, however, every representative sat frozen as Ambassador Desiree Chen of Earth stood before them, her dark eyes burning with an emotion most species had forgotten, righteous fury. "You wanted to test us," Desiree said, her voice cutting through the vast chamber like a blade. "You wanted to see if humanity was worthy of a council seat. So you orchestrated the Kepler massacre." The Velnari Prime's colors shifted to defensive ultraviolet. "Ambassador Chen, those were rogue elements, pirates. The council had no—" 17 colonies, Desiree interrupted, her hands gripping the podium. 4 million human souls, men, women, children. You wiped them out in a single coordinated strike across 6 systems, then blamed it on fiction. Pirates that convenient disappeared the moment your investigation began. She pulled out a data crystal, letting it hover above her palm. "We cracked your encryption. We have everything." The chamber erupted. Delegates scrambled to their communication devices, their translators creating a cacophony of panic. The Creventhi war chief's carapace flushed deep crimson. The High Kotar, who had lived for 18 centuries, actually stood from his meditation throne. "Impossible," he rasped. "Our quantum encryption is mathematically unbreakable. It would take 10,000 years." "It took Captain James Kowalski 18 months, Desiree said coldly. She gestured to the observation deck where a man in an Earth Navy uniform stood watching, his expression unreadable. One human, one outdated military vessel, one promise to the families of the dead. James had been a cryptography officer aboard the ESS Relentless when Kepler 442b went dark. His wife and daughter had been among the colonists. While the council offered hollow condolences and stonewalled investigations, James had done what humanity did best when cornered. He adapted, improvised, and refused to quit. Sleeping 4 hours a night, running quantum simulations on borrowed processing power, trading favors with information brokers in the lawless sectors, he became a ghost haunting the galaxy's data streams. The breakthrough came in the 3rd month. The Council's encryption wasn't unbreakable because of its complexity. It was unbreakable because it relied on a fundamental constant of the universe that every species accepted without question. Every species except humans, apparently. James had approached the problem like a human. He questioned the assumption itself, found the mathematical backdoor, and walked right through. "This is your evidence?" The Creventhi war chief's mandibles clicked dismissively. "Data that could be fabricated?" The word of one grief-mad human. Desiree smiled, and it was not a kind expression. "No, war chief. This is just the prelude." She nodded toward the observation windows. Outside, the void of space suddenly blazed with light. Ships emerged from faster-than-light jumps, hundreds of them. The sleek, angular vessels of Earth's combined fleet surrounded Station Apex in a formation so precise, so overwhelming, that several delegates gasped audibly. "Humanity spent 3 years preparing," Desiree continued. "While you thought we were licking our wounds, we were building. We took your technology, the scraps you condescended to share with us primitives, and we improved it. Our FTL drives are 40% more efficient than yours. Our weapon systems use principles your scientists said were theoretically impossible. And our soldiers?" She paused, letting the weight of her words settle. "Our soldiers have something none of your species have possessed for millennia. They remember what it means to fight for survival." The High Kotar's ancient voice wavered. "You would wage war against the entire Galactic Council? The combined might of 200 species? Humanity would be exterminated." "Perhaps," Desiree acknowledged. "But we learned something from the Kepler massacre. We learned that you don't respect peace. You don't respect diplomacy. You only respect strength and the willingness to use it." She leaned forward. "So here's humanity's retaliation. We're leaving your council. We're taking our technology, our trade routes, and our resources. Any council species found in human space will be turned back. Any council vessel that approaches our territory will be considered hostile. You're isolating yourselves." The Velnari Prime pulsed in distress. "Cutting yourselves off from galactic civilization." We're protecting ourselves from predators who hide behind civilization, Desiree corrected. And we're giving every other species in this galaxy a choice. She activated the holographic display, showing dozens of minor species, those too weak to have council representation, those exploited for resources and labor. We're offering alliance. Real alliance, not the subjugation you call membership. Equal trade, mutual defense, shared technology. The chamber descended into chaos again. The implications were staggering. Humanity wasn't just leaving. They were creating an alternative power structure. With their advanced technology and military might, they could offer smaller species what the Council never had: genuine protection and partnership. James watched from above, his jaw tight. This wasn't the vengeance he'd imagined during those long months of code-breaking. He'd wanted blood, fire, justice written in the stars themselves. But Desiree had shown him something else. The best retaliation wasn't destruction. It was making their oppressors irrelevant. The human fleet will remain here for 72 hours, Desiree announced. Any species wishing to discuss alliance may contact us. After that, we return to our own space. She gathered her materials. Oh, and one more thing. The chamber fell silent again. We've transmitted all the decrypted files to every independent news network in the galaxy. Every species, member or not, now knows exactly what the enlightened council is capable of. They know you murder innocents to test potential rivals. They know you lie. They know you're not the benevolent guardians you pretend to be. She smiled again, and this time there was bitter satisfaction in it. You wanted to test humanity. Congratulations, we passed. The question is, did you? As Desiree left the chamber, James met her at the doorway. No words passed between them, but he nodded once. A gesture that contained 3 years of grief, rage, and now, something like hope. Behind them, the Galactic Council scrambled to control the narrative, to salvage their reputation, to prevent the cascade of departures that seemed inevitable now. But it was too late. Humanity had done what they always did when pushed to the edge. They'd changed the game entirely. The humans didn't need to fire a single shot. Their retaliation was complete the moment they proved they no longer needed the Council's approval to thrive. And in the following years, as more species joined the human alliance, as new trade networks flourished outside Council control, the old order would learn a humbling truth. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their technology or their military. It was their stubborn, reckless, beautiful refusal to accept that anything, even the ancient order of the galaxy itself, was permanent. The age of the Galactic Council's dominance was over. The age of humanity had just begun.